Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. If you waited, we're all refreshed, ready to go.
Theoretically.
All right, so just before the break, we met some new characters here. We've got Estrix, Bipple, and Ogun. You've found one of... Estrix has tentacles.
It's a bit of a Dr. Zoidberg type.
Right, yeah. And Bipple is another Kuatoa, another fish person. And then you found Ogun, one of the missing party, who is a water genasi. I think everyone's a bit conflicted, maybe a little bit about Estrix and how Ogun is acting and things like that. Like there's a little bit of red flaggery going on. And you're getting the impression that Estrix really wants to get home, but home is being blocked by what you've discovered, and your theory now is that there's a dome pretty much over all of Estersea, and you've reached the most northern part of this dome, and it is blocking Estrix's way home. You've invited Estrix to come back to Estersea with you, but you do still have to complete your task to find the other missing party members who were sent up. And that was kind of like your reason for being in the North Cave in the first place.
So we're going to try to go find our friends, and not sure if Asterix wants to come.
Well, I think we've been told before that Estrix, you might not get along with the friends that we need to go visit, but it is part of our quest, so perhaps we should part ways briefly.
Could you roll a persuasion check? Like Estrix, you get the impression Estrix is enjoying having more people around, and roll a persuasion to try and ease Estrix's mind. That is okay.
It's an 11.
11. Do any of you want to say anything else to assist?
Sorry, what are we doing?
Eldred's pretty persuasive.
Yeah.
Well, but I really like Asterix.
So you're trying to convince...
I would like...
Cool tentacle friend. But I do think that Asterix, I think you should stay here. It might be dangerous down below, and, gotta leave it to the experts to do the deep cave diving. No. Sorry.
Okay.
Estrix, or Bipple chimes in.
Oh my gosh.
Bipple chimes in and says, Estrix feels much better with you around and would like to accompany all of us.
Can Namalesa try to persuade him? Or them?
The difficulty is definitely getting higher as we're failing.
But Namalesa and Estrix have a connection.
They've got a bond.
So keep that in mind. Because
when you say
I think that Estrix knows, or I hope that
Estrix? Is there a T or no?
No, it's Esrix.
Okay,
like
Estrix.
Estrix.
Yeah.
We are trying so hard, my tentacle friend.
Anyway. Namalesa is actually very interested in Estrix and helping them out. And so she's just going to say, we don't want to cause any trouble if there's going to be issues with you there, but we will come back. And, as proof of that, or hopefully to try and convince you that that's true, I need this book translated. So it's not even just that I want to help you, but I think that we do need you to come back to Estersea with us. And so we will come back up here to get you.
Okay, that's pretty good. Okay.
That's 13.
Okay. I think Estrix, considering that you're telling them that you need them, and I think they're sensing a little bit that all of you might feel the same way, like it's kind of like this general like all of you are saying the same thing to them. I think they'll say, well, they won't say anything, but Bipple will say, well, we will wait, and Ogun will wait with us, and where will we wait? Where will you come back?
Right here.
Do we know where the rest of the fish folk are? I think we were told earlier that that's where...
Neil Bull's gonna come with us? Is that what you mean?
We will all stay with Estrix, but if you go east, you will find you will find the town, or the city of Sploopilploop.
So when you say east, what do you mean?
Show the map. Show the map.
Yeah, I have the map, and I'm like, this is as far as I can see that it goes east.
So gesturing like this way.
Oh, sorry, I was
mistaking
west and east.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, okay. I had to check my like
never eat shredded wheat.
You know, you were right. I was wrong. Okay.
So yeah. So pointing towards the giant mushroom and like kind of south from that.
All right. Do you all feel more comfortable in that room that we found you in? Like, what were you doing in there?
Bipple and Neil Boop look up at Estrix for a second and then say
in unison
that no, maybe Neil Boop will say that room is a control room, but it is old and does not work.
Oh, okay.
As it once did.
Well, you can wait there or you can wait here, whichever you prefer.
They nod and like, we may traverse between the two rooms.
Okay.
Stretch the legs.
Yeah.
Keep active.
How long will you be?
I don't know.
As long as it takes.
How far away is the town, and will they let us have our friends back?
Neil Bull thinks for a minute and says that I'm just going to give you a gist because I'm kind of thinking as I'm talking.
Sure.
So it's about an hour away, and I think he isn't sure of, like, it's been a day or two since he's been there, so last he saw, your companions were, like, in a cage, basically.
So they're being held captive.
Being held, yeah.
Can you give us any advice on how we might be able to have them released without any altercations?
That's a good question.
I'm also just interested to learn more about you because I've never met anybody like you before, and I find you very interesting.
And that's the truth.
Putting on the jar.
Don't mention any of us.
Okay.
Oh.
And do not disrespect their deity.
Okay. Who is their deity?
Probably some lady.
What?
You know, with claws or something.
What?
Right.
This is just Meldred just spitballing. She's probably got lobster claws, you know?
Okay, so I'm positive that I named their deity, and now that I'm looking for it.
So it's not the actual
No,
Kuatoa?
it's not.
That's a lady with lobster
It's not who you're thinking.
Okay.
It's something like blop lip loop or something.
Right. Like,
Blue, 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 blue.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
Blim blop.
Yeah, let's go. We'll go with dim blop boop eat.
Oh, that's too many
I
letters.
think you're gonna say dim sum for some
You can
Dim blop boop.
you can
Dim
abbreviate it
blop
as
blop.
DBBE, right?
Yeah.
DBBE.
Sure.
That seems like disrespect. That's what we're supposed to not
Yeah,
do.
abbreviation Estersea.
Right. I will.
You know, our good friend JC.
like from Backstreet Boys, or is it in Sync? I forget what it is.
I think she was referring to.
Someone else.
See, I'm so
dim-
a
disrespectful.
different famous guy.
Pop
Right.
peep. Dim blow
Yeah.
pop peep.
Yeah.
All
Dim
right.
blow bop.
It's in roll 20.
All right, so memorize that word because
It's in the roll 20 chat.
I'm not.
We're good. It's in the roll
no,
20.
I mean,
Oh!
children pointing at now Melissa and saying, "I sure hope you memorize."
I
that
memorize
word."
everything.
Categorize.
All right. Well, so I don't
What
know.
does that mean?
Is there anything else? Like, could we, like, it seems like they want to keep them for some reason, right? Like, should we be trying to offer them something in return?
Good
Or
question.
in exchange for the... I have some
I
great
think-
moisturizer.
You do.
Of a bottle of OK wine.
Yes, bring offerings. That will please them.
Like alive people,
I've got
or offerings
perfume.
like gold.
I've got perfume and soap, and if they don't like that kind of thing, I've got a lamp and some flasks of oil, some paper, maybe.
They have been looking for a proper sacrifice to awaken Dim Blop Pop Peep.
Here comes Dim Blop Blop Bleep.
But
Is up.
they actually they sacrificed Ogun, but Ogun survived, and Ogun is like
Sacrificed.
they
They
tried
tried
to drown. They tried to drown me.
And that didn't work because you're a water genasi.
Well, we can't
Yep.
give them a sacrifice.
Yeah. Not loving this.
So that's what they want them for.
You know, friends, you know what I know about, and maybe also my ranger friends know about, and that is sneaking
Uh-huh.
and taking walks and getting people out and then just running away.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
that plan.
could you provide us with like a map that shows where they are? Like, could we sneak in and release our friends?
Like where your
Without being
head's at,
seen?
Eldrin, but I tried to sneak up on Neil Blue, and he seemed to see
Right.
me through all of my trickery.
What if
Yes,
you
we
pretend
do
to
have.
look like a fish person?
Do have a disguise ability.
I could rub my scent on you if
I
you
also
would like.
am I don't know if you knew this, but I'm a very good actor,
Me too.
and I could pretend.
Lob, you
I
can
like
stay
where this is
here.
going.
And you could look like. I would just have to get into character. I need to work on that blink thing that, you know. That thing.
Yeah. Do you think
Blink
so?
thing?
So Neil Bull, we noticed that you were able to see Ruben when most people can't normally. Would everybody be able to perceive him in that way?
Yes, the Kuatoa can see without
Eyes.
eyes. Well, they can see. They can see what cannot be seen.
So
Disguise sounds like a good approach then.
Yeah,
with the
sneaking
smell.
isn't going to work.
Well, if they don't see you, they can't see you.
I
But
like
if they
the smell.
see you, they can see you.
Okay. How many
we
of
go
them?
with the smell thing? You rub your scent on me? I like that idea. Oh,
Maybe you-
right now. It's happening.
So he was taking that as kind of like a yeah, sure. So he's gonna like
Do we have?
gently touch your face like this with his like webbed hands, and it's very gentle. And he
That's
just
so
kind of
good.
rubs his hands on you, and you get that like kind of that like a smell. You can kind of like taste it a little.
Fishy smell.
Yeah, like
Briny.
briny, fishy.
Salty.
It's not awful. Like it's not like bad fish or anything, but it's still like an
Very distinct.
oceanside, seaweedy, fishy, and you feel like it's kind of tacky where you've been touched.
Personally, I
Yeah.
love the smell of the sea.
Yeah.
Would it make a
I
good
feel
moisturizer?
like I feel like on a like smell level, it's like it's not bad.
No,
It's just the visuals of slowly like just like Meldrum just
it's just like stage makeup. It's fine.
Do we have a disguise
Lob is
kit
definitely
or
uncomfortable.
I
A
think
disguised
that's
spell.
a spell, yeah.
Okay.
And extremely good acting.
I cannot stress this enough.
I'm not a bard, by the way. This is probably not going to go well. I mean,
No,
it's
you
gonna
you do have good acting though, don't you?
I've heard Meldrin pronounce it as theater, so
I
seems
am an
legit.
actor.
Cool.
Literally. I'm confident. I mean, when am I not? For the past 2 hours, I know, but
Yeah.
now I'm confident.
It's back. All right. Well,
Where does
we'll
this
try.
plan?
And then how many total do you think there are there? How many total people?
Thousands.
Oh, okay.
There's also the idea.
Can't fight
I'm
them
just
all.
gonna throw this out there. There's also the distraction tactic.
Distraction's good too. I can definitely help distract with some
Like,
threats from the queen or something. I don't know. That would just cause us
Or
to get
throw it,
trapped,
like,
I think.
Maybe causing a ruckus or a fireball.
You do a bit of both. Your ruckus can be the cover I need to disguise myself as a fish and slip into the crowd. You know, make my way over to the cages, nonchalantly.
Want to smell like a fish?
Yes.
Mildred
Definitely.
comes at you like this.
share the smell.
Mildred touches you at the same time as.
One of each of your hands. Like one hand and the other. Yeah.
A mysterious third hand comes.
Pickle is like,
I have
Just get all his parts. Make sure
Good
there's
choreography.
anyone else?
Should we all?
I think I'll pass.
smell like fish.
All right,
One
Lob's
of
not a
us.
fan of ocean
One of us.
things.
I
I'm
will
not
do
a
it.
fan of being gently caressed by strangers.
Me,
That
I'll
too,
do it.
yes.
Me, please.
And this
If
Me.
you-
Okay.
and like maybe one of these.
Oh
Like when
yeah.
you're hitting a cat too hard.
Like a cat.
Get my horns.
Yeah.
Could we just like give maybe Lob like a garment that smells of
Biffle takes off one of her like leg wraps and like unwraps it and like holds it out for
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lob will take that and like tie it around his head.
Okay.
it's like the top this much of you will now smell the rape. Well done.
In all fairness, he's covered in hair. He probably doesn't want like the slime like in his hair. So like it's like the one part where there is no hair. He's like, okay, I'll put it up here.
Nice.
Okay. So you all have adjusted your scents, and you are planning on an infiltration mission of some kind.
Yeah.
So
You know you have another like hour or so to walk.
Yeah.
will we still smell like fish by the time we get there?
It'll probably be intermingled with the saltiness of sweat, so I think it'll be okay.
Smell like human sweat or fish sweat? You know, we do have fish or turtle bum
Oil.
oil.
I mean, the turtles are freshwater, aren't they? So they wouldn't be very like.
But they would
Salty.
smell more.
I suppose there's also freshwater fish. These might be freshwater fish.
I feel like we'd have to do a really, really, really good nature check to get the right smell combination.
I think we just need to give it a go, and if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Right.
Like,
We might be overthinking it.
we might be running back as fast as we can with like a horde of Kuatoa chasing us.
yeah.
Oh, the sound of all their
100%
feet
how
like
this is gonna
slapping on
I think
Get
we
the,
have good negotiation skills, and if we like use inspiration and stuff, we should be able to negotiate their release. Namalase is
Cut
confident.
to Benny Hill saxophone playing.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right, I'm ready.
Let's head
Let's
out.
go.
Okay. So where do you go next if you want to move your people on the map?
Oh, we
Where's
have a
the
map.
mushroom chamber?
Yeah.
I assume it's. Oh no.
Don't go
But
near
the
the
mushroom.
mushroom.
Yeah.
As Reuben steps that close to the mushroom, could you roll me a Constitution save?
Oh no, that's my worst stat.
You went right into it.
I'm
I
blind.
grazed the edge of that. And
I barely touched this
a
poison.
16 confirms that.
Actually, could you roll a d6 for me?
I don't like that. 5.
You walk up and you manage to get one of your feet on one of these filaments, and all the tiny, thin little filaments kind of stretch up over your boot, and this cloud of
Oh no.
noxious gas comes up and gets in your mouth and in your nose, and you cough for a second, and then you freeze in place.
Ah, beans.
And the rest of you kind of see like the tendrils are still slowly climbing up, and you notice that the stalagmites that are in this room, upon closer inspection, they all look to have been Kuatoa. Like you can see them all kind of frozen.
Why didn't they warn us about this?
It would have been nice.
They're jerks.
Someone grab Ruben.
Although everybody
Someone
except
grab
for
Ruben.
one person stepped close to the wall, so I think we all kind of knew.
Grab them. Can we do like a
Yeah,
hook?
he's got. What would that be? Stealth or sleight of hand to be
Oh,
able
no,
to
you
like,
can-
get
you
him out of
pull
there
him.
without touching?
You just walk up, you don't touch anything, you pull him
Okay.
out of there and drag him over to the side.
Uh-huh.
And he's like paralyzed.
Just like scooting a statue, just like click,
Yeah.
click, 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 click.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that gets rid of this condition. I just have
Well,
some minor healing
let's-
spells.
let's keep going then. Bob kind of like cuts him up over.
Sorry.
Okay,
Oh
you
no,
roll-
this plan is failing already.
You roll a 5, so that means 5 hours of being
Oh.
paralyzed.
No.
Shit.
Yeah, we don't know that.
No,
Yeah, we don't
he's
know
just
that.
Like, yeah, he's just like mid-stride, one foot got some filaments, you broke the filaments off, and now he's just like,
Wasn't he going to cast Disguise Self?
It's we don't know this though. We're like, it'll wear off in a few minutes.
Yeah, it'll wear off.
It'll wear
Rub
off.
his limbs, get the blood flowing.
Well, we could wait a
quite
second.
close.
Namalesa will be like, "Oh my god, Ruben's just been paralyzed by that mushroom. What does it do? What's gonna happen? Is he gonna be okay?"
Oh, are you would you like to ask?
Yeah. We're right beside them still. Like, why not go?
Oh, wow. Actually, the same mushroom that poisons is also the cure. If you eat some, he should be. You might have to force feed him.
How do we get some of it without ourselves getting paralyzed?
I'm not sure. I didn't bring any with me. There are some more mushrooms of the same kind in the lower chamber to the south.
The little glowing mushrooms?
But they have no tendrils?
No, those aren't nearly grown enough.
Oh, okay.
There also may be some hallucinogenic effects if you eat them.
No. We're gonna get a stoned Meldrin.
I'm not eating it.
Okay. Let's
Not Meldrin, Reuben, Lord.
Oh, sweet. So Ruben's going to do this next adventure on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Reminds me of back in the day.
He's like, I am still cut out for this.
Now I really do feel young again.
Outside of his head, he's just like...
But how are we going to get some?
Yeah, they said that we can just go down into the lower chamber and there's smaller mushrooms that don't have the tendrils.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one the southern one that you've seen already.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that also the hallway that's
Oh,
covered in
wait.
slime?
This one down here?
Yeah.
So there's none this way.
Right.
Okay, well, let's go get some mushrooms.
Okay.
And maybe some extras?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll take some extras with us.
I mean, yes, to put in our pocket. That's what I meant also.
I assume I'm being carried by Lob, so...
Yeah, you're still just Lob's boombox, I guess.
So, as you're traversing this room, you notice that there is, like, slippery-looking slime on the ground. It doesn't take much to, like, step around them. But I'd like everyone just to make a dex check to, like, you kind of already see it. It's not a high dex saving throw or anything like that. It's just, or you can do a saving throw if you want, if that's higher. But it's just like, is that a nat 1?
I like the disaster this adventure is turning into.
Okay, so what did you get, Nomalisa?
11.
Awesome.
That's like 2 1s.
Yeah, I won't make you roll, Ruben, because you're just kind of stiff right now. What did you get, Flob?
It's a straight dex check?
Yeah, or a saving throw if that's
my-
higher.
Oh no, my dex is maxed out. That's awesome.
Oh, sweet.
22.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you have Ruben, and you're kind of like, again, you are doing this like elegant. Remember when you were coming through the hole of the cave, and you just were like so elegant and smooth, and it's just like almost a dance. It's the same kind of thing. It's like the amount of grace with which you are dodging these little slime puddles. And Meldrin, maybe you were kind of watching this and being like, "Oh, that looks so easy." And Nomalisa, you're also dodging them, no problem. So Meldrin, you step, and then slip right onto your back, and you now are. Let me see.
You
fall, and you're like slimy now.
Oh,
you're
no.
fine. You're not hurt. You just like your back is just coated in yellow slime, and it's kind of glowing a little bit. So you might want to.
More slimy.
You're more slimy. So you've got like fish slime. You've got some like mushroom slime.
Just natural Meldrin slime.
It does glow a bit, so unless you deal with it, your dex saves or like stealth checks would be a disadvantage, unless like you're glowing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always glowing.
It's true.
But a glowing rogue of my archetype is actually not a big deal, because I don't do a lot of stealthing. But it's still gross, and I'm still feeling kind of bad. I'm hoping nobody saw.
Oh, we all saw. You're glowing. You're literally glowing.
You're like,
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't see.
Unless you were pointed, like, with your face down directly at Meldrin, and everyone else is facing forward, but
Was
you're,
it,
like,
like,
watching with your
just
eyes,
my
like,
eyes that can move?
yeah.
And his eyes speak volumes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so in this chamber, you do see a lot of different colored mushrooms. There are, and like I said, puddles of bioluminescent slime. And on the ceiling, there are many small stalactites and little stalagmites. But these look like normal stalagmites. They don't look like frozen Kuotoa. Right, okay.
Cool.
So what do you do? There's a ton of mushrooms around.
Yeah.
Of various colors.
Would like to find one. Oh, go ahead, Lob.
Yeah, I set Meldrin down and like I kind of inspect if he maybe has his mouth already open, so we can like kind of try to like
Not me.
like push it open.
Okay.
Not Meld. Ah, Ruben.
It's okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can kind of control a bit. It's not like completely stiff, and it's kind of like losing control of your own, like his own motor, but you can kind of do whatever you got to do.
Alright, cool. Then I find like a kind of smaller mushroom and like
there are orange ones, green ones, and red ones.
The one that we
Still
saw
safe with
was
green.
red, right? Wait.
Oh,
We're
was
trying
it?
to match the one that we saw, right?
okay, then yes, the red one.
Okay. You
Ruben's like,
He probably recognizes them.
you pluck a red mushroom, and tell me what you do.
I just kind of like put it in his mouth. I was like, sorry, pal. Just and then like chew. Yeah, and, like,
stick it down into his
swallow.
throat.
Yeah, just
Like a cat with
trying to
med-
Put a little bit of like
throat.
water in there.
Yeah, tilt his head upwards.
Oh, like you block his nose.
Roll a con save. Okay, so I do want a con save. Okay, so first you get your movement back. So you're like mid stride, and you feel you're getting your feeling back in your fingers and your toes, and then it ripples up through your entire body until you do have your full movement back. But I do want another con save, and this is about. Well, do the con save, and then I'll tell you.
13.
13, haha. So you are now having some strange. Okay, roll a d6 again.
Oh no. How many hours?
Hallucination.
2.
Okay.
Okay, so for the next 2 hours, you are going to be experiencing some strange hallucinations. They could be colors, they could be figures. You're going to be kind of guessing, like second guessing a little bit of what you're seeing. And in this chamber, with the mix of mushrooms and color, the whole, like, the mushrooms are almost like dancing a little bit at you. Like it you know, it's kind of a
Should
fun
have just
room.
come this way
Like,
at
this
first.
place is
This is
great.
much better than the other caves.
Can we take some of each color?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
think that's a smart idea. Yeah.
I just have one question about that. Who are you?
Reuben, I am your father.
No.
No, I am your
Oh, with
father.
Mildred.
No, I'm your father.
No, I'm your father.
My father's dead.
"No, I'm your father."
Is my father's ghost in this cave?
He's pulling your leg. Don't worry about it.
I feel sad now.
Oh, Ruben. Maybe
He's
one of
having
the
a bad
maybe one of the green mushrooms will help.
If it would stop moving around long enough to eat.
All right. I know this technique. It's called holding onto Lob's hand.
Oh,
You
yeah.
should try it.
So he's got
No,
Mildred in one hand, Ruben in the other.
Mildred doesn't need to hold hands anymore.
Well,
Okay.
Lob was still carrying me, right?
I think he set you down to feed the mushroom.
Yeah, then like like baby bird, like, or like baby chicken, like kind of like trying to force your head up so you swallow. Yeah, he needed both hands to be able to do all that.
Right.
You'll be fine. Just hold Lob's hand, and let's go.
Never felt a hand so smooth. Wow, what?
I
Put
put
that turtle lotion on.
Yeah,
Feels great.
it's all the turtle oil that he drank is now
That's really working.
great for your complexion.
I'd like to take at least a full bag of the whatever he's got.
Yeah, so now that you kind of have a better feel of the puddles, I won't make you, do another one. So you make your way through the cave and you're picking the red caps, and you notice on the farther end of the cave that there are a ton of stems of orange mushrooms. Like the caps have all been taken. Like this wall is just like a ton of orange.
That's the good stuff.
Ooh, maybe we can offer this to let's pick as many of the orange mushrooms as we can, and maybe we can offer that as part of a trade too, because it seems like they come here to pick the mushrooms, right?
Yeah,
they told us that they were here picking mushrooms when Esterix showed up, right?
Should we?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Should we give
Pop Peeps one of those party guys?
I don't think we should give him any more mushrooms. I think we should just let him ride it out.
Yeah.
How are we gonna know what they do?
You can have one. Maybe later. Maybe we can experiment with mushrooms later.
You want to go on a trip with me, Namalexa? Are we gonna have that kind of bonding moment?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Once we're back in Estersea, I will eat one of these mushrooms with you.
Lob kind of like inwardly sighs because he knows that he's going to be designated driver, or like he's going to be the one who stays sober to like watch everybody else, make sure nobody like falls off a cliff. Like
everyone's gonna be like, Lob, have you seen my hand? Look at it.
Yeah.
Actually, Mildred, since you got far enough in the cave, I am going to reveal a bit more, since I think you went in pretty far to kind of notice those orange caps, if that's okay. And I would never do something dangerous, so I'm just going to say that you are seeing more here. And you notice some movement from, let me see your line of sight here. Yeah, so you notice some movement coming from across the water here. You see an opening and then a pile of rocks here, and then it looks like a shore on the other side of this. And if you want to get closer to Seymour, you can.
Who's Seymour?
That was good.
Can I pick some of the orange mushrooms? Are there orange mushrooms along here?
Most of the orange mushrooms are, so you see them right there on the surface. Up at the top, it's mostly red and green, and then where you are, you can see orange ones. Those on the wall, like it's kind of like a 7-foot drop. So you would be kind of reaching down 3 feet if you wanted to get the lower ones, or you could kind of walk around if you wanted to.
I would probably walk around.
And there's more stems like here.
Yeah, I see that.
You can kind of see them, and then
Okay.
So you go around to the south?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So you see, actually you would have seen this all already. So yeah, you can see that the water from that other stream goes through here, and it kind of picks up speed as it's going down, like it's kind of going in a downward thing, a downward decline. And as you walked around the corner, you also saw this kind of space over here where there is some movement of something behind some rocks on the other side of this rushing little stream here.
Okay.
So you collect your orange mushrooms. You can get up to, we'll say up to 30. Okay. So if you wanted to take an act like all 30, you could. Or if you wanted to leave some, that's up to you. And right
Is
in
that
your
30 each? 30 each or 30 for the whole party?
like 30 total.
Okay.
I don't think we should
and-
pick them all. So
Yeah.
20?
Okay. And you
Yeah.
can like write, like orange mushrooms.
Okay.
We should probably take some green ones just for science.
I think we said
Yeah.
we grabbed like a little satchel of all of the different kinds, right?
Okay.
The red ones.
So you could get up to 20 green ones.
Okay.
So like that would be max. So you can choose however many you pick up to that maximum.
Oh. How many should we pick? 10?
I have a little bag of only the red ones. I don't
And
know how many.
for red ones, I would say there's a maximum of 15. So however many you want to take out of the 15.
I want a discreet bag that can be hidden easily from authorities.
So like 5?
Sure.
Okay. So write 5 red mushrooms.
I have
Yeah.
I have 10 green written down.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick another 10 red because we know what that does, and it's like, oh well, there's already like, we've already run into trouble with the red mushroom, so
Okay. So you've picked all of
Good
the red
excuse.
mushrooms.
yeah. Okay. And then
I don't know if we should pick all. Now Melissa will caution not to pick all of them because it's like, you don't want to like completely get rid of all of them, right?
well, I do.
Are they like apples? They just grow back. If you take the
Like
tops off.
The
they just-
stems
Also,
are
especially-
still
Yeah, we're just taking the cap. And it's like the way. Where's Ruben going?
He's rediscovered the cave with the shiny crystal ceiling. It's a lot cooler now.
He can just chill out in that pool.
He's just laying down by the waterfront.
This is what he was doing
well,
before
I
when he
just
wasn't
imagine-
stoned.
Yeah.
How many? I should have wrote this down, but how many orange did you take altogether? 20, and there's 10 left.
Yep.
And how many did you take of green?
10.
10. So then there's
10 left.
What did I say?
You said
left? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So the ways of sees it, is that like Mildred took those 5 for his own personal use, and Lob's like, well, we need to get there and back again. So it's like this is like medicinal use, and so like Lob's like we already know that there's trouble regarding the red mushrooms ahead.
Right, but what if the people who live here like need some? Are we planning to give them some of these that we've harvested?
I don't see why not.
Okay. Just that's my
fair.
concern, right? Like if you were sharing a garden with community, you wouldn't go and like pick all of the cherry
Yeah.
tomatoes.
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely.
We would. Who says mine aren't medicinal too? I'm a card-carrying mushroom user.
All right, so I think we've said what we picked, right?
And we're gonna go rope Ruben into coming with us. Should we literally rope him? Maybe give him a little around his waist?
Yeah, that's maybe a
Well,
good
Lob's
idea.
gonna be like holding his hand.
So
Whether
I
he
think
likes
by
it or
now
not.
it's probably been about an hour that you've been picking and stuff. So, like you're taking your time deciding and thinking and stuff. So I think Ruben's kind of midway through that.
It's at the peak.
Having a great time.
Yeah. You love that chamber.
Just like rubbing the shiny gems all over himself, rolling
There's, like,
rolling
gems
around in the
stuck-
sand.
He's been like looking at this one
Just
gem,
like staring
at this one-
intently at one, yeah.
Yeah. And
Or
there's,
he
like,
got some girl stuck on his back.
I'm gonna put a pocket full of gems in my inventory. He's been like picking up his favorite ones this whole time.
okay. So
Like
yeah, go for it. So
We come back
say,
out and he's like completely naked. We're like, oh, Ruben.
So you can write that you have, since you were doing it for like an hour, say you have 50. And they're actually colored like pebbles mostly.
Yeah. I have some.
Jill, I'd like to counter that and say it should be a much lower number because he was very carefully considering
Okay,
each one.
25?
Let's say 10.
10? Okay, sure. However many you deemed worthy to be in your pocket.
He has asked them each like 50 questions. Get to know them better.
It's
And
the
then
10 best gems. He's very sure of that.
Yeah.
Also, he's sure that they're gems, even though they're definitely just rocks.
Some of them are normal rocks.
They're all normal.
All of them
You
are
picked
no
up like
job.
one normal rock just because you felt bad, and you're like,
Actually-
no, you're beautiful too.
Actually, Ruben, can you roll me a perception check with disadvantage because if we remember.
Right.
Or actually, no, the hour is up. The hour is up.
Yeah. Okay.
So never mind.
Okay.
So roll a perception check.
I thought it was because he was high as a kite.
21.
21. Okay. You pull out of like near the water. It was like glistening and it caught your eye. And you pull a gigantic diamond, like a straight up diamond out of the ground. And you're very high. So like, does this rock make it as one of your favorites?
I almost want to say...
Like, it's pretty big. It's like,
I'm going to say it doesn't.
Okay.
You just like chuck
I'm
it
gonna
into
say
the
that
water.
My perception is very unique right now, and the diamond... Yeah, Meldrin would be heartbroken if he saw this, but I'm like comparing the diamond with just a normal pebble with a very cool shape, and I choose the pebble.
Can I do a perception check to see if the wink of a
No,
diamond
you're
matches
big.
my
Pretty far away. At this point,
Yeah, you're
like
very
on
far
the
away.
other side.
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't see this travesty.
So what do
I
you
get
do with it?
on my back?
The diamond?
Yeah.
I just toss it aside. Maybe
Okay,
it
so
falls
it's
in
like
the
on
water.
the shore, or do you plop it in the water?
Plop it in the water to see the cool ripples it makes.
Oh, it makes very cool ripples, and then like it's like ripples, and then like
It sure
the ripples
does.
sweep under the cave. Yeah.
Meldrin is just steaming, even though...
No, I can feel something. Something's.
Yeah,
I
he just
can
knows.
feel it, of course.
All right, so Namalace is gonna come back up here and be like, "Oh, we obviously should grab Ruben, but I did notice some commotion over here. I don't know if we should check that out or if you want to go all the way around, but you know, just saw something over here."
Yeah, well, we'll go and check that out. Excuse me, Wally. Gee, little bit. Just
Okay.
size down my little Discord chat. All your pretty little faces. Yeah, Lob's gonna kind of poke his.
So you
nose in.
take a better look, and you, with your ranger training, you recognize the sort of placement of these rocks, and this looks very familiar to you. And you see two human hands placing stones in kind of like a protective sort of configuration.
Basically making a snow fort out of stone.
Yeah, like it seems like someone is over there trying to create some kind of shelter.
Oh,
Lob goes, blow!
Boop.
Shuts across.
A head pops out, and you recognize Rebel, and this is the ranger who was part of the party. And she looks across, and she can't really see because it's dark, and she doesn't have night vision goggles. And she's like, "Hello,
Hello! Hello! Yeah!
oh, Lob?
Yeah!
Oh my god!
Rebel?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Lob!" And let's cut it here. It's 10 o'clock.
okay.
And
No,
you
I
just-
want to know!
You've just found herself, and she is over across this rushing water, putting rocks in a protective formation. And we're gonna cut it there for tonight, and we'll pick it up there next session.
From now.
Yes.
Months from now.
Jill!
Yeah, no, this is perfect. It's very cinematic. We have to be continued, fade to black, stinger scene of Ruben staring at rocks.
Yep. Tune in next time to find out what happens.
I can't believe you found that diamond. I'm so excited. The one useful thing in that chamber.
It was the right thing to do.
Yep. It was a high DC to find it, too.
Who needs
And
Revify?
he got
It's
it while
fine.
high.
So good. Well, thank you everyone for playing with me and being such good sports and just having fun with me tonight. And thank you everyone for watching and hanging out on Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you as well. We will see you next time to see where our adventure takes us.
Yes. And thanks again, Jill, for another great session.
Yes.
Thank you, Jill.
You made
Respect
it.
to
You
the
made
DM.
Yes.
Yes. Lots of love to our DM.
All right.
I like doing this because it
Thanks, everyone.
accentuates my forehead.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
it.